Kelly Bear here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm with you for a deck unboxing slash walkthrough slash first impressions, and you'll see from the title that it is Le Tarot de Marseille Feel Good. This is another French deck. I did order it from, I think it came from France, considering how long it took to get to me. But yeah, it's another one that I discovered a few weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I'd been eyeing it up and humming and hawing, and I was just like, you know what, that Christmas and birthday money is just sitting there. It doesn't matter if I spend it now or spend it in 3 months, so let's just go for it. They arrived yesterday, but I thought I would wait until I have some time to actually film an unboxing for you, because I don't know how new this book is. I think deck 2022, so it came out last year apparently, and it is who are the publishers? I don't know, because Hachette Livre, is that it? Hachette Livre. My French is awful. But yeah, so let's just show you the box. It's got one of the pip cards on the front. I believe it is the 10 of coins. I've already shared a link to this to someone and they were like, oh no, it's got too many eyes, I can't do it. But yeah, so it's, oh no, I thought it was like a magnet thing, but it's not. It's like the Therapets, where it just does this. So it doesn't, like, is it magnetic along there? Okay, so yeah, just be careful with the box. I'm probably going to have to make, oh, it's way bigger than I realised. And I watched a very quick walkthrough of this before I ordered it. And yet somehow I didn't realise the cards were this big. What? Yeah, they're a bit more like oracle sized. I don't know what the cardstock's going to be like. But it's got a chunky sized book, but all in French, so that's not going to be too easy for me to pass. Though yeah, I can always use Google Translate, and my friend, my downstairs neighbour, she is French, so if I do get really stuck, I can always ask her. I'm actually going to try and get, I was going to try and get like a regular size deck, but I've realised all the decks I'm working with at the moment are either quite big or quite small. But what I'll do is I'll grab my ruler. I should have been more prepared. Story of my fucking life. Unprepared. She was unprepared for pretty much everything. Do you know what? That's not true though, because when I go out, I've always had people go, why do you always carry such a big bag, whether it's a rucksack or like a big like crossbody bag or whatever, record bag, whatever. I'm like, because I need to carry all the things in case in case I need them. So, you know, there's like a mini first aid kit, and there's hairpins and lip balm and tarot deck usually, you know, snack bar, book, pencil case, all sorts of things, glasses, sunglasses, umbrella. 2 things you always need if you live in the UK with you at all times, every day of the year, are umbrella and sunglasses. For me especially, because my eyes are photosensitive, and I even have to wear sunglasses, sorry, in the winter if it's very cloudy and it's very bright, because it will make my eyes sting and water. So I did get some people staring at me like I'm a complete knob end because I'm walking around in the winter with sunglasses. But that's just the way it is. I'm not trying to be cool, because it doesn't look cool. It looks kind of daft. It's me trying to not let my eyes water and sting. So let's look at the size of the cards. This will be in centimetres, because we live in centimetre land here in the UK. So it is 9 centimetres. Nommy, stop eating fluff. Nommy keeps eating fluff because she's weird. And she's laying in the sunshine, and then she keeps panting because she's too hot. Does she move? No, she continues to lay in the sunshine. She was on the bed, but I guess the patch of sun that she was laying in has moved. So now she has moved to a patch of sun on the floor behind me. Silly doggo. Okay, so, and then the height of the cards are 14 centimetres. And then the depth of the entire deck, oh, it's a chonker, is 3.5 3.3 centimeters. So yeah, it's quite big. We will have to translate that into, oh god, this is going great. Translate that into inches if you use inches. Okay, so the backs are cute. It puts me in mind of the Morgan Greer tarot a little bit. That's cute. It's quite glossy. Oh yeah, it's definitely sort of, but you know, let's give it a go. So the titles are in French because it is a French deck, but I was just, it's like a, it says it's Le Tarot de Marseille Feel Good. It's not truly a Marseille because some of the pips deviate from the traditional depiction of the suits, as in like the wands and the swords are not the traditional scimitars and baton. And then from what I've seen from pictures and from a very quick walkthrough that I looked at, and yeah, and sort of the layouts are not traditional either, even like the coins and things. So technically not a Marseille, it's a pip deck. As we say, all Marseille are pip decks, but not all pip decks are Marseille. So let's go. Oh, that rhymes. So let's go. We have Le Batelier. So it's got the titles in a colour panel, and I think the colour panel has just been chosen to sort of go with the artwork of the card, each card, rather than any particular colour for a particular, at least in the majors from what I can tell. And you can see she, not only is she holding a wand, but she also has a natural stick here as the wand as well. But I just love the little athame, and the cups are really cute. She's got a little witch hat. Look at that little capelet, that's pretty cool. As you can see, it's very like modern teen, early 20s vibes, but I think this is probably a great choice for like teens and younger folks that want to get into sort of pip card reading. La Pépesse, her book is pink because of course. With the key on the front, and we have roses, we still have the veil, we still have the pillars, she's still got her crown, the moon sequence crown. She's got little freckles. Nice red lip. I like it. We have the Empress, who has pink hair. I used to have a short pink hair. Oh, I miss those days. I miss the way it looks. I do not miss the upkeep and maintenance of such hair. But see here, we've got like a peachy coloured bottom on the title. We have pink, and then we had like a blue on the magician. So she's got a flower crown, little moon pendant, another little sort of capelet. Loving these capelets. We've got lemons sitting in maybe a lemon grove. I don't know. I'm just doing this all arse about face. Hang on, let me turn this around and pull them off the top. Okay, the Emperor. So this is interesting, right? Because to me, the Emperor and the Empress are consorts. They come as a pair, generally as a rule, you know. And like he is super older than her, and I'm like, you know, like he looks like he could be her granddad. I don't know. And they're looking at each other, which is a nice touch. Maybe she's just older than she appears, because that can happen. I get told a lot I don't look my age. I think that's true less and less the older I get, but it does happen. Okay, le pipe. People again in very what appears to be modern clothing for the supplicants, and obviously the Pope is in traditional clothing. Cardstock's quite glossy. I do like the little moons and decoration at the top of the pillars and the stars. Again, he's got the key, like I nearly started singing, I got the key, I got the key, the same key as on the popesses, the high priestesses. At least she's called La Papesse in this, on her book. The Lover. Interesting deviation again. You see again from the this is, you know, I probably should have made myself a mildly caffeinated beverage before this. We have one We have the lover with one woman. He's a bit hipster, bit Hoxton hipster vibes there. I thought this look had sort of died a death, but maybe it's still going. I don't know. I love her dark lip. I'm super into it. Love a dark lip. We do have the Cupid, but it doesn't feel like a choice. You know, the lover is often about a choice. He's also like gripping onto her, and she doesn't look so sure. So maybe she is the lover, because you can see. I don't know. I love that the cherub has pink hair as well, though. Interesting, but that's the thing, right? Having deviations from the original sort of layout or depiction can be helpful in just getting slightly different readings. It doesn't always have to be the same. The chariot, oh my god, one of the horses is pink as well. I do really like pink. Pinks and lilacs and aquas and turquoises. That's the rainbow loving side of me. Part goth, part rainbow. I love her little space buns. Love me some space buns. I love that that trend came back. Okay, La Justice. She's got some gold tassel earrings. I love all the like moon imagery. I'm very into, I do like moon and star imagery. It was very much a thing in the 90s when I was a teenager, and then once it got to the noughties I couldn't bear all that like moons, suns and stars thing that was just so ubiquitous during my teenage years, and I sort of really rejected it, and then it started to come back and I was like, oh no, but actually now I'm just very nostalgic for it and really enjoy it. The Hermit is interesting because we have the addition of a little foxy friend and a little crow friend. The blackbird. Oh, come on, camera. His lantern has little star cutouts. It looks very sort of Moroccan style. The fox is so cute. I love foxes and crows, incidentally. Two creatures that we do get here in London and that I get to see on a regular basis, which is nice. The Fortune's Wheel, or the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my goodness, the cat. Look at the ginger cat. Oh, cute. And we have the monkey at the top and a snake. A little danger noodle. I shouldn't call them danger noodles because lots of snakes are not actually dangerous. I love snakes. Beautiful creatures. Looks a little bit like my pet snake. It's almost like a lavenderish grey colour. I used to have a lavender corn snake called Reuben back in the day. But that looks a bit like my Reuben. La Force. We have... Now I can't... This looks a bit like... The lion's having a tantrum, like it's going, ah, ah, and she's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like it's having a moment. She's just trying to calm it down. But we have the lemniscate is on her jacket. Again, lots of nice flower crown action. We've got some excellent eyeliner. I'm into it. Yeah, definitely contemporary. Yeah, this line looks like it's being a proper drama queen. Okay, Le Pendu. Again, we have the addition of a little animal friend. I'm loving the little animal friends. We have a bat accompanying this woman here. She's got some lovely floral tattoo on her upper arm there. We've got some little fungi friends as well, and all her money is falling out of her pockets. This makes me think of something in one of Camellia Elias's books where she talks about Le Pendu, and she talks about how, you know, if you're upside down, your pockets will fall, all your money will fall out your pockets. Your pockets are empty. She doesn't seem too concerned about it. Or maybe a little bit. I love that the artist has actually sort of illustrated the way your cheeks will sort of fall down a little bit due to gravity if you're upside down, especially the older you get, of my age. Hang on, I'm so sorry. I should have said that the tarot is by Céline Camoun. and Elodie Ascenci or Ascenci. I will show you here. There's a website. I actually found their website. I think it's all in French, but I think it was for the artists. Maybe this is the artist. I can't remember. Elodie maybe, but there was a website that had like art and the deck, and there's a colouring book which I discovered through looking for this. There is a colouring book, and I think it might just be the major arcana, but you have pull out cards that you can colour yourself, and I super want it because I think that'd just be a fun project to have the majors. This death card was one of the cards that like I was like, I just need this deck. And I love that it does have a number. It has been numbered 13 because some decks don't have the number or the name, but it's l'Arcane sans nom, so the arcana without a name. So they haven't put death or the reaper, they've put the arcana without a name. Come on, camera. Trying to show the cool skeleton. Come on. Look at that. We've got some Tudor style roses. We've got the sun either setting or rising. We've got a little crown. The reaper themselves is wearing a crown. And they seem to be cutting both the foliage and you know, bodies. And these are not sort of fleshy body heads. We've got actual skulls here. They've already decayed. I just thought they was cute. I thought they were cute. Okay, Temperance again, more pink hair. I'm into it. God, it's making me want pink hair again. She's got an ombre deal going on with her pink hair. Nice. The cups are lovely. Look at them. Got lots of daisies. And if spring is springing, daisies will be popping up everywhere where I live. The devil. So we've got more, yeah, like that sort of, it's like Baphomet version with the hairy goat legs. We've got some pretty astounding talons going on there. Skull tattoo, got a bit of pit hair, I'm into it, excellent. Yeah, it's definitely giving me more Baphomet. And here it appears to be the similar characters that were in the Lovers, except he's lost his top knot. Let's have a look. Is it the same guys? They've got the same colour hair. Let's have a look. Where's the Pope? Oh no, it's a Ginge guy. Oh, maybe, or her hair's a slightly different shade of pink. Hers is more of a warm peachy pink, and this one in the Lover is more of a cool rose pink. You know, people can dye their hair and cut their hair, so maybe this is these folks further down the line. So let's just pop that one back. I love the chocolate background with the pink. It just looks like maybe I'm a bit hungry. I have chocolate snack bars that I can have when I stop for my 11s. Le Maison Dieu, the House of God. This one is notable in that there are no people falling. The little spots falling from heaven are gold, so it does make them look more like coins. But we've got lightning, we've got fire, we've got the tower exploding. I do like the design of the tower. We've got this little extra bit popping out there. So yeah, no people in that one. Interesting choice. So I'm just checking that Nomi's okay. Are you okay, boo boo? Yeah. We'll go OUT later. Yeah. A little ear perked up. We have L'Etoile, the star. She's got her little burb friend there. Rather than sitting in the tree, the burb is flying. And she's pouring probably both into the pool. This is interesting because in some depictions of tarot, the star is pouring onto the ground and one into the water, and then in others it's all going in the water. And in some I've seen it's all just going on the ground and it's pooling, making a pool. Again, all these variations can change up a reading, right? La Lune, we have a wolf and a little Daxi as our wolf and dog in here. The moon looks very serene. The towers are very squat, very wee, much more close up and very, very small. Dachshund-sized tower. And then we have a crawfish, a lobster. I don't know. What's the difference between a crawfish and a lobster? Are they the same thing? I don't know. I've never eaten seafood because I don't like seafood. And, well, I'm vegan anyway now these days, but before I was vegan and before I was veggie, I never really ate seafood because I just never liked it. Leave it the fuck where it is. Okay, my headcanon is these little towers are the little dog and wolf house. This is where they go to sleep once they've finished having their little howl session. Okay, Le Soleil. Again, we've got the removal of the people and just the sun itself. This gives me full on like 90s vibes with the like face in the sun and this like style of the sun, the way it's been drawn. The lovely flowers indicating that gardened wall or walled garden. Garden wall, walled garden. I'm not very articulate today. It's been a week. I'll just put it that way. It's been a week. And a week's not over. Le Jugement. Oh my god. Look at this awesome like undercut, side cut angel with the turquoise hair. I'm loving all the rainbow colour hair. It makes me miss having the rainbow colour hair. I do not miss the work it takes to have brightly coloured hair, but it looks so good, especially when you've just freshly had it done or done it yourself, whatever. You know, I've had both these colours of hair in my time. I love the wings on these angels. Look at all these lovely pinks and the little hearts, and she's got a rose tattoo. She's got like a black lipstick, and then the one rising up from the coffin has like a really dark lipstick. I have both those colours of lipstick because I do love a dark lip. I love a dark lip or like a really sort of grey or mauve lip, like a almost corpse coloured lip. Because hashtag goth life. I would hope it would be a long time before I actually have corpse coloured lips, but you never know. Le Monde. I was hoping I'd see a bit more like colour diversity. We've had some people of colour and age. One older guy, two older guys, because hang on, the hermit. We haven't really seen any. Actually the Papess has white hair, but that could be, you know, when people dye their hair white on to be trendy, like as a fashion statement or a style statement, rather because she doesn't look, or maybe her like really sort of defined cheekbones are actually where slightly more sagging jowls. I don't know, but we're not really seeing age diversity of the women. We've got the Emperor who is older, the Pope who is older, and we have the Hermit who is older, but we're not seeing that wizened woman thing, which is a bit disappointing. But again, I think this deck is meant to be appealing to much younger women, although younger women need to see depictions of powerful older women, because older women can be sort of made to disappear and get ignored a lot. Yeah, and I've just seen the King of Baton pop up, and he's an older guy as well. And finally, for the last of the majors, the last of the triumphs, we have Le Mat, Le Fou, with that little Daxi chasing her. She's got a backpack. She's even got a teapot. She's ready. She's got her phone. I hope she's got a spare battery pack for that. She's got a notebook. Good lass. She's got a bedroll. She's ready to go. She's got some pins and patches on her bag. More pink hair. But she's stepping off into the woods. Can you see she's stepping off from what appears to be sort of a human-made construct of like cement into the unknown of the wild world and the woodlands, or onto the trail. So that's pretty cool. And now we get into the minors. Okay, so it's starting with the baton, and it's actually starting with the courts of the batons, which is an interesting choice for a layout. So I'm just going to show them in order rather than. So we have the valet de baton. That's a fairly standard depiction for sort of the layout. I know it's more zoomed in than than a classic Marseille, but you know. The knight, the horse has pink hair again. I'm obsessed with these pink hairs. And we've got a ginger, we've got a ginge. I do like to see ginge appreciation index. And then we have the queen. Now this again, this is the thing, right? We've got an old king and a young queen. And I'm like, it's fine if you have one couple that are like, and there's an age difference, that whole May to December thing, but this is like a February to December or a January to December. I don't know. And then we'll get on to the actual, so it appears, no, I thought they were going to have a specific colour for the wands at the bottom, but it appears not. No, it's still just to do with, to go with that. Okay, so let's go through, I'll try to do these quickly. So this is very classic. This feels like it's nodding more to the Smith-Waite a little bit, I don't know why, because it doesn't have that traditional Marseille, it's coming out of the clouds, it doesn't have the zigzaggy or the little frilly bits that you see in a Marseille. Little crystal tipped. I used to have a wand that I made that had a crystal tip. But I disassembled it. I stopped using it, and now I kind of regret that choice. But it's gone. It's gone now. We have the two. Can you see how it's like they're not the classic batons, which would have been crossed to show a crossroads? And again, this is showing that you can read pip decks differently. So if it was a Marseille and you have the two crossed over, you've got two different paths that intersect in the middle, or a meeting of people or ideas or what have you, two different intersecting paths, whereas this we have two parallel paths. So it's almost like giving you two options, so you can read them differently. So you know, it's always good to have options. It's a lot simpler because you're not getting any sort of elaborate foliage to read into. You're not getting the sort of the crossed shapes and the cross hatching and all that going on, so yeah, you're going to read them differently. When I get who was it? I was speaking to someone because they were saying they struggle with just straight up pips and they rely more on the Marseille foliage and things like that. I think it's actually a couple of people I've been chatting to, because I've been speaking about Marseille a lot and reading about Marseille a lot, and just, you know, really having a Marseille spring, beginning of spring. And I said, when it comes to pip decks like this, where there's less to read into with regards to the layout or the decoration around the suit representations, I tend to rely more on the numerology, the function of the suit, and the element. And then if there are any extra little things like this one here, you do have something more to read into, because you have 4 smaller ones and 1 larger wand in the middle. So there is something to be read into, a bit more than, say, maybe just 4 wands or 3 ones, you know. Although you could say, you know, we have 2 crystal tipped ones and then 1 that is plain, and has flowers. Although it doesn't have crystals, it does have flowers. So there are things that you can sort of latch onto, and as Yoav Bendorf says, right, everything is a sign. So it's all the card, whatever you're reading in the cards at that moment is right. So I've shown you the 5, we have the 6, and we have some little butterflies flittering again, so you could possibly read something into butterflies with 6, with harmony, with beauty, that kind of thing, numerologically, if that's the way that you sort of see the 6s. It depends. You know, everyone has their own way of reading numbers. We have the 7, so we have this wand in the middle lying on its side with the crystal tip, and the rest sort of, it's almost like it's making its way through, and it's passing through this sort of like an avenue or row of pews. And then we have the 8, and we have some floral elements now in the middle. The 9. This 9 gives a more regimented structure than you would get. That it feels less chaotic and intense than a 9 of baton in a Marseille, because it doesn't have all of that cross hatching going on, all of that sort of, and that enclosure, that really dense enclosure. And then we have the 10. So that's the baton. Now we are on to the coins. Now these coins do have pentacles on a lot of them, but not all I'm seeing. I'm just grabbing them. What is going on? Are they even in order? I'm trying to check that they're in order. Yes, they are in order, just checking. Okay, so we have, let's show you, they've got the quartz first again. So we have the Valet de Denier, again, more space buns. Oh, we have slightly similar, well, not the same hoodies, but like, she's got like little splodgy star-like bits on hers. And it's got pink. Oh, the heavens have opened. Do you know what I've just realised? My kitchen window is wide open. I'm going to have to go and close that. So I'm just going to pause and I'll be back. It'll be but a moment for you. And I'm back. Okay, so what was I showing? Oh, I was showing the Valet. Now we have the Night. Just going to turn this up because it's gone very... Again, it's a day with a Y in it, so the weather is always very changeable here. In Londinium, she's like using her coin as a shield, and she's got a scroll. So this is weird, right? Because she's wearing sort of armor, and it's much more sort of oldie worldy, whereas some of them are really modern depicting. I'm thinking this is her doing, you know, that whole like armor chic thing that you see. There's a like subgenre of like well, I don't know, I follow accounts like I Do Declare, and there's another one that I follow that I can't remember what it's called now, where there's like, they can wear literal like armour. I know Rachel Maxey's a bit obsessed with that style as well, and has done some videos about making armour or styling those kind of things. But yeah, there's a subculture of witchy, almost often quite witchy armour wearing, sword wielding women, and I'm very into it for a number of reasons. The King of Coins, he's got an eye. Oh no, hang on, gotta show the Queen first. The Queen of Coins, see, do you see what I mean? Her outfit is very old school, very historical looking. I'm loving all the little hearts and little frilly bits. I don't know, the colours are really satisfying to me as well. She looks a bit like FKA Twigs. Two friends of mine have been makeup artists for her, long-term makeup artists for Twigs. Roy Didinier, the King of Coins. I love that he's got like the eye on his... Again, it looks like it's more of a shield rather than him sort of holding it. Huge deviation from the Marseille. So, okay, let's look at the actual pips. We have the ace. Can you see again? Much more Smith-Waite vibes for the aces. The 2, so we don't have the ribbon joining the 2 coins. So again, the reading of this will be a bit different if you're reading it in a sort of open reading way. But we do have some foliage surrounding it. Come on, camera. Coins are really pretty, and I like that they're not all the same. They've actually been changed up. So we have the 3. It always feels like a pathway or steps rather than the traditional where you would have 2 at the bottom and 1 at the top, or vice versa depending on the deck that you're looking at. But they're really pretty. The 4, we do have the shield in the 4. And the burb has an eye on its tummy. Again, different coins, really pretty. We've got little hearts and flowers and dots, and just really like them. The 5. The 6. The 7. Bit more of a classic representation with the way that that foliage is wrapping around that coin there in the middle. And again with the 8. It's a real mix. Some of it's more Marseille, some of it's more just sort of straight up hippish. And then some of it has sort of, some of the courts and majors have a bit of a more of a Smith-Waite vibe. The 9, I love the colours. Really love the colours. I'd love to see a classic Marseille. The colours remind me of a more sort of subdued version of the colours in the Tarot Classic, actually. Just some of the colours are quite similar, with the magenta and the teal, but the yellows are more and golds are more subdued than the Tarot Classic. It's giving me that, like a contemporary version of that colour palette. Cool. Now we have the cups again. Like I say, we've got the quartz first. So we have the Valet de Coupe. We have this tattooed. So we are seeing a bit more body diversity in a little bit. Sort of, we've got more people of colour in some of the quartz. I mean, obviously more diverse than a Marseille, let's be honest, like a classic Marseille. I mean, we are seeing some. I ordered the diverse Tarot de Marseille last weekend, so I'm hoping I'll have it by this time next week, but I just don't know because it's coming from Make Playing Cards. Sometimes that can take a while for me. We have the Knight, so we have, there appears to be a femme presenting person here. We've got the shield, the cup, the little bird, like little winged elements. The Queen, again, we're getting like an old, the only ones so far that look like age appropriate were the King and Queen of Coins. At least they're looking at each other, but it makes me feel like it's more like father and daughter, you know? Unless she's the queen and he's like the regent, you know, as in like, I don't know. Oh, but how cool is his cup? Oh my god, I want it. It brings in the best of both worlds, because it's like black and a bit gothy, but then it's got that lovely sort of lavendery, crystal, sparkliness to it. His tassel brooch is rather fabulous there as well, isn't it? So. Those are the courts, and we go into the minors, and there's one of the cards that I saw from the cups where I was like, okay, I'm going to just need this deck because it's just too cute. So we have the Ace of Cups, again, very Smith-Waite, right, with the lily pads and everything. It's just something you don't really see in a Marseille, and the cup doesn't look like a house, it looks like a fountain. Again, more Smith-Waite than Marseille tradition. It's a real sort of mishmash, isn't it? We've got the Two of Cups, these beautiful koi carp looking fish. I love the details on all of the, like, you know, the cups, the coins, the sort of representations. This was the one, and it was one in particular. It was this grey cat at the top there with the, like, crossed eyes poking its tongue out that just got me. I was like, yeah. I mean, come on. Kitties! The 4. Again, all the cups are different. Not in each card, because some decks will do each cup is different in a card, but I mean from card to card. The cups have been sort of decorated differently in really rather luscious ways. The 6. Interesting, we've got birds, we've got dragonflies in this one, birds in the last one. And then lots of sea-themed creatures in the 7. So we've got various shells, starfish, octopus, fish, lobsters. Interesting choice. The 9, we have bees, really mix of creatures from all different parts of the animal kingdom. And then ladybirds. Sorry, was 7? No, hang on. 6 was, this is me because I can't bloody, no, there's 7, 8. I'm so tired, you guys. The 9 has ladybirds. And the 10 has a butterfly with eyeballs on it. And we do have some different cups again. Okay, final suit. We have the swords. The swords. So we have the Valet d'Épée with a very cool jacket on. And pink victory rolls. Hell yes. This is the hairstyle I literally used to wear all the time. I went through a real hardcore gothabilly, rockabilly phase in my 20s and early 30s. And pink victory rolls were a thing for me. The amount of effort I used to put into my hair, my god, the setting it and the styling it. Effort. Nowadays I'm just like, just chuck it all up. It'll do. It'll do, donkey. We have the knight. Another ginger. Yells. I like that, like, you get the movement with her hair, her ponytail swinging. Boop. We have the queen. Wearing a crop top. I mean, that is a choice. More tassel earrings. I haven't worn my tassel earrings for ages. That's probably though because I usually wear them more in the summer. I just realised they're more of like they're like got little skulls on them and then a tassel. A friend of mine, I bought them from her. She makes, well, she used to make them, and yeah, they're really cute, but very more sort of summery. That's a statement earring. So many side quests in this video. Like, who cares, right? Who cares about my pink hair and fucking tassel earrings? Just show the cards. Oh my god. And then the king, who's giving me very distinct, like, genderqueer vibes, and I'm into it. Yes, please. Okay, and then the pips of the swords. We have the ace, the 2, surrounded by sparkly stars, like the ones on the back of the cards. We have the 3, and they are surrounded by feathers. Of course, feathers are often associated with the suit of swords. If you relate the swords to air, I know not everybody does. The 4 of swords. Look at this moth. Oh, so cute. The 5 of swords. We have 2 burbs. I'm wondering if all the 5s have burbs in the middle with the staring at the central thing, because we had this just in the cups as well, with 2 birds in the 5 looking at the central cup. The 6 of swords. Loving the decoration on all of the blades. The 7 of swords. The layout looking a lot like the wands, the baton. The 8, and we have a sun in the middle, and these 4 pairs of daggers. They do look more like daggers, don't they? The 9, more bees. Interesting. We had bees in the 9 of cups. And the 10, which has an owl with stars on it. Cute. So I think this is a fun deck. Obviously very, very modern. Not a true Marseille. Here we have, I thought I'd seen that owl somewhere. We have the owl here with the king of baton. And I just wanted to check. It was bugging me, the 5s. So we don't see it in the baton. No. Sorry, I'm just yeah, no, don't have birds in all of the 5s. So yeah, it's going to be tricky to shuffle. Let's give it a go. Okay. Although I'm loath to say I'm getting better at overhand shuffling due to having to do it so much more. But I know that as soon as I actually do sort of think that or say that, I always drop a card or several. So yeah, actually they shuffle, even though the cardstock's quite glossy, it doesn't stick to itself. It's got a nice flexibility to it. It's not really thin and it's not really thick. I don't know how well, I mean, I wouldn't be able to riffle shuffle this the usual way anyway because it's too long for my hand, but I'm going to try and side shuffle. Yeah, side shuffles into each other really nicely. So that is a plus. I can overhand it, not too bad, not too, without too much instant. Yep, side shuffles. I mean, if you've got bigger hands, you might be able to riffle shuffle this in the sort of the classic sense, but there's no way I'm getting my mitts all the way around these beefy cards. So yeah, I'm really excited to work with this. I would like to know what the book says, so I might have to spend some time sitting down with it with Google Translate and having a bash at working it out. But yeah, I think I paid £27 for this. I think it was £26.99 or something, £27.99, and I think it was Amazon France. I just would have thought I'd show the inside. The inside is just plain pink, and the cards just sit in that big dint there. There's no ribbon or anything. There's no. This is to be the test. Ah, so there is a magnet. I thought it was, but it's not strong enough to actually stop the stuff falling out if it does tip over, because the magnet's quite weak and the cards are big, they're chunky, and the book's quite, you know, quite meaty as well. So yeah, so that is Le Tarot de Marseille Feel Good by Céline Camoun and Elodie Ascenci or Ascenci. I apologise if I'm butchering your names. I hate mispronouncing people's names. It feels really rude, and it is rude. So yeah, that's my video for today. So yeah, do you have this deck? Are you interested in this deck? Do you feel like it should be called Le Tarot de Marseille Feel Good, or do you think it should just be called Le Tarot de Feel Good? I don't know if that makes sense. Le Tarot Feel Good, because it's not really in Marseille, is it? And how do you feel about reading just sort of pippy pips rather than Marseille? Because I know some people really do prefer the Marseille for all of the way that it's sort of set up. Makes open reading quite sort of intuitive and fun and a lot easier. But you know, they've got some stuff going on in the pips in these as well that you can read into. So yeah, if you have watched this, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you. If you're watching this when this video goes up, I hope that you have a lovely weekend. You might be watching this video when it doesn't go up and at a different time, and it's the weekend or almost the weekend. In that case, I hope you also have a nice weekend whenever you're watching this, or a nice week. This is just, I just need to say, I hope that you're having a nice day, and that that if you're not having a nice day, I hope that your day improves. I need to go and eat something. I'm feeling a bit but yeah, thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in my next video.